What I'm saying is that it is far past time for them to stop being a child. Stop all this rebellion and accept their role in this family, in this work, and in history. And I understand your desire for them to follow in your footsteps. You are their poeta after all, but what I am saying is, don't push them, Nafi. If you push them, they will run, and then you will find yourself right back at square one. And how exactly are you so certain of this? How is it you sit at my table, dine on my private stock, and yet you tell me how to raise my ilk? You attempt to guide me when it is you who has no rudder, no drive, no purpose other than living in the moment and fulfilling your own hedonistic desires. Nafi. No more Nafi. I have given you more chances than any other, and yet here you sit, hanging on to them as though they will save you, as though their love will give you purpose, when all it has done is make you soft, Celeste. You have gone soft, and what we have to do next, what must be done in order to restore the greatness that was once our people, you will have to be stronger than your own shortcomings.
Come, little one. Enough hiding in the shadows. What is this that they wear? Do they not have their assigned house as of yet?
It's something we've been working on, Wise One.
It is my understanding that they have been placed at the top of their class. That this was to be their next great link in the chain of this family. And yet they enter, tardy to the meal they were meant to assist you in hosting. Without the proper classification colors or the reverence meant for those seated at this table. Did I tell you to move, child? Was there an utterance of my lips that gave you any direction at all, other than to stand and listen as your elders took you in? Then why do you move as though you are your own? As though will is a thing freely given and not something to be earned. This is why they discouraged raising them freely. It is clear that those raised in the CDG have been much better able to adapt to the customs and are best suited for the next steps.
I understand, Wise One. It was my hubris that has set them back, my own need for closeness that has led us to this point.
You must speak for them, Celeste. As it seems their inability to abide by our customs extends far beyond their choosing to cast aside the classification colors. Respect for the poeta's time, and sadly, I fear, the issue goes even deeper than any of you realize.
Wise One, I do not wish to supersede your judgment, but perhaps it is more a case of misguided empathy, rather than outright betrayal, as you seem to be suggesting. Though I do not wish to put words into your mouth,
And yet you have done exactly that, so tell me, as you gaze upon them with the eyes of a lover.
I beg your pardon?
You will beg for much more if you interrupt me once more, Celestial. Does it not strike you odd that you, the lover, stumble over your words in a feeble and misguided attempt to rescue them, while their own mother sits in peaceful silence beside me? She does not stir does not stutter or offer up excuses, for she knows what must be done. It is for the good of all who stand and sit at this honored table, a table you should count yourself honored to be seated at. Seeing as how you have no family, no true match, seemingly no path of your own to give yourself fully to. You may speak, Celestial.
I do not wish to offend you, but I do believe I have found my true match. Though I am able to admit, when we began our playful affair, I did not see it as much more than simply that. Playful and fun. Something the two of us desperately needed to allow our hearts time to overcome a shared grief.
Yes, I have been made aware that the death of the usurper was a difficult one for the little one to surmount. And yet, that is what we must do when we find a snake in our Garden of Eden. Take the seat to my right, little one. It's all right. Though you may have loved Andrea beyond words, beyond time even, she made choices and could not go unanswered. Choices, should your poeta have left without punishment, the entire system she worked so hard to get in line would have crumbled.
I did not take her from you out of jealousy, though I am woman enough to admit that I was jealous, my child. I was jealous of the way you looked up to her, of the way you let her into your heart, while you built walls higher and higher for the sole purpose of shutting me out. Maybe you didn't mean to, but that does not change the fact that you did. You made choices, and Andrea made choices, and I had to be the one to keep things in line, as I always have. The same way I had to when your father chose not to abide by our customs either. And the way I will be forced to if you make that same unforgivable choice tonight. Nefare, it does not have to be this way. We do not have to go to war against one another in order to have your vision for the city become a reality. Look at how far Lesa has come after losing Andrea.
This Lesa that you speak of, the one was the true match of Andrea, yes?
Yes, wise one.
And you bring this name up as though it's something to be proud of. As though she's not leading this child even further astray. Can you not smell the stench of human on them even now?
Please tell me you did not continue the charades with that girl after you assured me she was nothing more than a pet. After you swore to me it was part of your thesis project. After you promised the same to Celeste. I'm so sorry, my love. We would not be doing this if it wasn't in your best interest. Please be gentle with them.
My people know what they are doing. Nafi. Let them work. Celestial will accompany them to their next destination, and you will be appraised of the progress moving forward.
Take them, Celeste. If I don't make it to the rendezvous point, you know what to do. The cradle must not be allowed to stand. I've got you, baby. It's all right. Just let go. Don't fight the sedation.